Hello, my dear beautiful women, everyone who is watching this channel. My name is Jane. I'm a life coach, a women's coach. In this channel, I speak a lot about self-development, understanding the self, how you can activate your feminine energy and become the magnet to all your dreams and desires, to manifest easily by changing your state of being, by transforming your mind. We will be talking about a very hot and important topic. I will share with you my 7 rules of how to be a magnetic woman, of how to maintain that energy that attracts, that doesn't chase, that manifests easily, and most importantly, the energy where you truly feel yourself happy, content, and fulfilled. Let's begin. The first important tool, I believe it is the main tool, the main realization that every woman should apply into her life if she wants to be happy, if she wants to be magnetic. There is nothing more important than your state of being. I realized this in my life once, that my state of being, the way I feel, my energy attracts all the best possibilities and opportunities into my life. When I am happy and at peace within myself, I'm always a magnet to everything I desire. Nothing should be more important than your state of being. And the first thing you need to take care of if you want to be magnetic, if you want to be desirable, if you want to be that woman that receives everything, is self-love, is the way you take care of yourself, is your wellness, is your health. It is much more important than your work, relationships with other people, because if there is no right state of being within you, if there is no peace, if you're not healthy, if you're not taking care of yourself, you simply would not be able to maintain that job, that relationships, that finances. The first thing, the first rule for every woman is to fulfill herself, is to take care of her health, of her body, of her mind, and of her soul. A few years ago, when I just started my business, I decided to give it a name, Body, Mind, Divine. And the reason why I chose this name for my business, where I inspire and motivate people, was because at some point I realized that if I will take care of these 3 things, my physical health, my mental health, and my soul, basically, the satisfaction of my soul. This is the formula to happy life. This is the formula of magnetic energy. When your body is healthy, you take care of it, you invest in yourself, in your health, you visit doctor regularly if you need to do checkups. You do procedures for your body if it needs it. If your body is in pain, for example, you invest money in going to massage or osteopath to make your body feel great. You do sport, you exercise, you prioritize your physical health. Then this investment will always be reflected in your energy, which makes you attractive. Energy is what makes you magnetic. I always tell you about that. Also the mind. What is happening in your mind? What kind of thoughts you have? What kind of programs are there? Limiting beliefs that make you unhappy, that make you suffer, that prevent you from achieving your dreams and desires. You should always invest your time into growing your mind, into learning something new, integrating awareness and consciousness by doing different practices. And finally, your soul. Your soul, the happiness of your soul. This is so important. And when your soul is happy, you do not need anything external to fulfill yourself. And once I realized that if I will take care of the wishes of my soul, I will always be in the right path. I will always be supported. I will always feel like I'm living my life as I should. Once I started listening to what my soul is telling me and responding to that, responding to my heart, following my heart when it comes to decisions, when it comes to my choices, my life has changed. And I found that true happiness and fulfillment. So these three things, physical health, mental health, and state of being, which comes from your soul, what kind of emotions you hold within yourself. Is it low vibrational emotions such as guilt, fear, shame, resentment? Do you live every single day with this kind of emotions? Or it is emotions of love, peace, gratitude, inspiration? I believe that taking care of these three components in your life will make you magnetic. The woman that takes care of her well-being, she knows how to love herself. She knows that there is nothing more important than her energy, because her energy is her biggest currency. Through her energy, she attracts the partner, she attracts the right job, and she attracts, of course, money into her life. This energy depends on what state of being you have within yourself, and you need to prioritize taking care of that. What kind of food you eat, you consume into your body. How many hours do you sleep? Do you prioritize healthy sleeping routine? What kind of vitamins or nutrients you consume? Do you do exercise for your body regularly? This is all very important. The second rule for a magnetic woman, if you want to maintain your magnetism, if you think about it, what makes a woman truly magnetic? Why some women radiate this strong feminine energy? What is it about them? And the truth is that these women are never in the rush. They have this light presence, light energy within them. They're not in this anxiety state where they're constantly trying to do things, they're constantly trying to control their reality, their relationships, their career, their money. They simply hold this feeling of peace within themselves and trust that everything is going exactly as it should. I always speak about this point in my videos, and I believe this is the rule. And I believe once I transformed this in my life, I truly activated my feminine energy. Once I turned off this hectic rush within me that I need to constantly do something, control everyone, control the reality. because I believe that I am God and everything needs to be under my control. And as a result of that, I was always living in so much tension and anxiety, which was killing me, which was making me in my wounded masculine energy. Because when a woman is constantly worried, anxious, lives in this tension, and tension is more masculine thing, she naturally slides into the role of the man. She tries to conquer, she tries to achieve, she tries to control, and this takes away her happiness. And the happiness of every woman is relaxation, is surrender, is trust, is when you're able to let go, lean back, and trust that you are supported, that everything is going exactly as it should, and that your role is to be, not always do. Only by being, you're able to activate that feminine essence within yourself. And you simply do not allow yourself to be because you're afraid that this is not safe to just be. And therefore you need to constantly do. So my advice for you, if you would like to become that magnetic woman, activate your feminine energy, is to relax, is to try to trust life a little bit, to just try and see what's going to happen if you will stop controlling your reality. Let me know in the comments, how would you feel once you do that? I can reassure you that you will finally feel like your feminine energy is activated within you. The third rule is very connected to the one I was just talking about. And this is the rule of life for me. Once I got this understanding, I had a profound transformation in my life. When it comes to this rule, my life has changed. And each time I am reminding myself over and over again about the importance of this rule. If you want to be in your magnetism, if you want to be in your feminine energy, the key is to shift from your mind to your body. Feminine energy feels. Feminine woman is very connected to her feelings, to her sensations. That is why our strength as a woman is to be sensual, because we have more chances to feel deeper this life. Feminine woman is very connected to her body. That was a biggest realization in my life, because for so many years I've been living in my mind, trying to constantly find logical solutions, being rational, overthinking constantly. And this was making me stay in my masculine energy. Once I dropped that, once I started working with my mind and with my body, I realized that this is the key to bliss, the key to magnetism, the key to magic. Do you know why? Because once you're able to live through your body, connected with your body, you automatically shift to the present moment. It is only possible to come to the present moment once you switch off your mind, your ego that is constantly giving you thoughts, and connect with your body. This was a huge realization in my life, as in my past I've experienced everything: deep depression, anxiety, and the biggest transformation has happened to me once I started doing yoga. Yoga has changed my life. As I was in a very depressive state, I was even about to start drinking the pills that will help me heal my mental state. And that moment, that period, I got that intuitive sign to start doing yoga. And once I started doing yoga, I started feeling like after each class, that depressive state is gone. Why is that? For half a year, I've been doing yoga constantly before I became a yoga teacher. And I just could not understand what is happening with me after yoga class. Why my depression is gone. Why I don't have these thoughts anymore that kill me from within. And then I found out the answer. Because each time I was doing yoga, I was connecting to my body through the asanas, through the movement. And also yoga includes meditation. So each time after the class we were meditating. So it changed my reality. It changed my life. Yoga changed my life. I actually wanted to do the separate video for that, but maybe it's time for me to share that story. And after half a year of that yoga, I became a yoga teacher and I experienced my awakening. My awakening when I realized that life should be lived in the present moment. And before that, it felt like I was constantly asleep. I was living in my thoughts, in the past or in the future. So the biggest tip, the biggest realization for you to hear: if you live in a depression, you most likely live in the past. Dwelling on the past, what has happened to you, remembering everything. And if you are living in the anxiety, if you have anxiety, it means that you are living in the future. So the key to eliminate both, to finally start living your best life, is to come to the present moment. Connect with your body. Through connection with the body, you are able to connect with your feminine energy, because feminine energy is sensuality, is about feeling, not doing, not thinking. And also you are able to achieve blissful state. You're able to awaken to the true beauty of life, because your mind is still and you experience the life as it is. You see it clearly. This is the biggest realization. I can do another video about that and share with you my full story of the awakening. If you're interested, leave a comment that you would like to hear about that. And if there will be enough comments, I will share my story, because it is very intimate to me, but it is profound. The magnetic woman is connected with her body. The powerful exercise that I can give you now, if you would like to access that state, living in the present moment, which is helping me a lot, 2 exercises. First one is meditation and connection with your body through movement. And the second exercise, I actually heard it from Jay Shetty once in his podcast. You can do this exercise where you catch yourself in your thoughts, thinking about the past, being depressive or anxious about something. And what should you do? Find 5 things in the room that you see, and you can name them. Then 4 things that you can smell, 3 things that you can taste, 2 things that you can touch, and 1 thing that you can hear. Once you do this exercise, you will automatically bring your awareness back to the present moment, because you will start feeling, sensing what is happening around you, and you will be able to come to the present moment. And you can train your mind to do this exercise every day, just to feel what it is to live in the present moment. Once this will become something familiar to you, you will be able to switch to that state more easily. The next point, the 4th rule for a woman to be magnetic. And of course, as always, I take all these rules from my own personal experience. So what I'm sharing with you, I lived myself, I experienced myself, and I saw a huge result. The rule number 4, what makes a woman truly magnetic? The woman that is magnetic lives in abundant mindset, not in a lack mindset. This is very, very important for you to understand, that if you are unable to appreciate what you have, if you are not expressing gratitude every single day for what you have, and you constantly want more to be happy, you live in scarcity. You live in lack mindset. And once I realized that this is happening in my life, I realized that no matter what I receive, it is never enough for me. It is never enough. I want more. Even though I was getting some sort of gratification for a day, for something that I was desiring, let's say a material reward, let's say a beautiful dress that I wanted, or a trip, or visiting a certain hotel, it would make me happy for a day or 2, and then I would need more dopamine. And at some point, I just slowed down and I realized that I need to change something. Because in this state, I feel constantly unhappy and I do not live in abundance. Therefore, I'm also not able to attract abundance into my life, because we attract what we have within ourselves. And if we constantly live in this lack, if we believe that it is never enough for us, we will never receive abundance in the physical, material world. So once I changed my mindset, once I started appreciating every little thing that I have in my life, expressing gratitude, I started truly feeling what abundance means. Abundance means when everything is enough. And although, like every woman, you always want more, this is our nature. We have this life force energy, we have our desires, we like to buy new things for ourselves, but it should not be from a place of lack. It should not be from a place where you believe that if you don't buy this particular thing, you will be unhappy. And abundance mindset is when you appreciate what you have and you are happy. You're happy in it. And your happiness does not depend on materialistic stuff. Although this stuff, they create comfort in your life, you may desire them, but they do not define your happiness. And you can easily let go of them. This will not change your state of being. Another important understanding that I once got was all my desires to get this kind of clothes, this kind of jewelry, this kind of trip. At some point I realized that less is more. And you do not need to necessarily buy everything all the time. Sometimes less is more, and it teaches you to appreciate little things first. Once you will learn how to appreciate little things, you will get access to more abundance in your life that will reflect in your material world. This is a powerful secret, and I want you to know that and be aware of that. So, magnetic woman, she lives in abundance. Doesn't matter what she has. Doesn't matter in what flat she lives or what kind of clothes she wears. Her mind is abundant. She is appreciative. She is grateful. And by holding this mindset, she always receives gifts from life. Trust me, I've tried it many times, and so many times I was receiving gifts out of nowhere from life, just because of my state of being, just because of that abundance within me that was reflected in the material. Rule number 5, very important rule. Magnetic woman always values her time and her energy. As I was telling you earlier, your energy is your biggest currency. You need to have some sort of discernment where you're pouring your energy. Are you pouring your energy into something meaningful, into something important, also your time? Because time is also very valuable. Or you're wasting that, you're wasting your potential on doing things that do not serve you, on people that do not reciprocate the same energy that you give. Many times in my life, when I was growing, when I was learning, when I was healing myself, I could really waste my energy on people that did not deserve that, on activities that did not made me happy. And now I realize that the woman that values herself, that the woman that is magnetic, she knows how to discern, and she knows how to choose wisely where she will pour her valuable energy into. When you value yourself, when you have that sense of worth within you, you also value your energy. You value your presence. You know that your energy is your biggest currency for everything, for money, for relationships, for peaceful and happy life. The rule, important rule for you, if you want to be that magnetic woman, is to start observing. Where do you pour your time and energy? Is this something that brings you benefit, that brings you higher, or something that brings you down, that do not support your growth, support your evolution, support your dream vision, your dream life? Rule number 6, a very important rule that I once understood in my journey of self-development, my journey of feminine energy, is that a truly magnetic woman, she knows what she wants. She is connected to her vision. She's connected to her desires. And because she knows what she wants, she can easily make the right choices in her life. Speaking about the previous point, when you know what you want, when you have a certain vision for yourself, what kind of partner you want to see next to you, what kind of dream job you desire to have that will make you happy, that aligns with your values, what kind of friendships, social life, financial state you want to maintain in your life. It is all very important, because if you do not know what you want, then there are so many chances that once you will realize that you came somewhere you never wanted to be. That is why I was always prioritizing inner work and connection with my vision. I made this beautiful product, 6 meditation bundle, that you can access already. I'm gonna leave the link for that in the description box, to connect with your higher self, to connect with your vision, with your soul. And constantly through that meditations, if you do them every single day, you will start envisioning what do you truly want from your life in different areas. There are meditations for relationships there, for your feminine Empress energy, for abundance mindset, and of course the meditation to connect with your higher self. I started doing it myself. My life has changed because I have this inner guide within me now, and I can always access that guide by doing the meditation, for example. Connect with my vision, connect with my true soul desires, and from that I can make powerful action to bring me closer to my dream, to my vision, to my ideal relationships, to my abundance, and to my dream career. I highly recommend you to get access to these meditations, as this was what transformed my life. And meditations I do every single day, sometimes twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. When I wake up, I put my headphones, I connect, and I envision, feel that sensations from my desired goal or dream. This is how I manifested my dream life, with the work of my mind, with the work of my imagination, using meditations. The last rule, the last important realization that I want to share with you today that changed my life. A magnetic woman is someone who loves what she do and does what she loves. I speak a lot about the purpose, how important it is for a woman to find out what truly makes her happy in regards to her career, in regards to her craft, in regards to her purpose. We have both within us, our feminine energy and our masculine energy, and it is important to balance both in order to live in contentment, in order to live in fulfillment. If we're talking about your feminine side, it is very important for your feminine side, in order to be happy, in order to be content, to learn how to maintain long-lasting relationships with other people. This is more about feminine energy, because feminine energy is empathetic, feminine energy is nurturing, feminine energy knows how to listen, and for feminine it is more important to build relationships. That's why there is this view that man is more about career and purpose, and woman is more about relationships, growing up kids. At the same time, another vision is that your masculine side, in order to be happy and fulfilled, needs to find the purpose. And there is a powerful model that is called Ikigai. Ikigai means purpose. It is a very popular model, it is a very popular knowledge that is available for everyone, that explains how can one find its purpose. So your masculine side, in order to be fulfilled, wants to find the Ikigai, wants to find the purpose, wants to find something why your soul came to this incarnation, why your soul is here, what is your unique talent that you came here to bring to others and to elevate this world. And in my previous video, I was sharing with you my vision on purpose and how you can find your purpose, why it is important to find your purpose. The rule number 7 that I wrote is that magnetic woman, she is connected to her purpose. She found out something that makes her alive, that makes her passionate, that makes her fulfilled. And this is something that she is doing for other people through her work, through her craft, or maybe it is not connected to her work, but simply she uses this unique talent of hers and she brings other people higher with her energy. She is doing what she loves. She does not prioritize things that do not make her alive, passionate, and happy. A magnetic woman is the one that follows her heart and follows her purpose. She does what she loves. She prioritizes activities that make her happy and that make her passionate. And by doing so, she is able to bring value to this world by experiencing true joy from what she is doing and transferring this energy through her craft to others. Finding your purpose, or at least searching for something that makes you alive, that makes you happy, and that you can incorporate into your daily life, would make you truly magnetic. As if you will be enjoying what you do, if your eyes will spark, you will be undeniably attractive to everyone else by sharing this energy of joy with the rest of the world. This was my rule number 7. Love what you do and do what you love. And by doing so, you will always be a magnetic woman. That's it for today, my dear beautiful women. I hope you feel energized, inspired, motivated by all the information that I gave to you. You can write it down in your notes and revise these insights. Try them in your life to incorporate what I said into your life. And then you will be able to see how your life begins to change and how your life starts to bloom. Most importantly, you will start to bloom if you will start following these rules. If you would like to access my 6 powerful meditations to transform your reality, to transform your mindset and life, you can find them below this video in the description box. And I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.